few years back, we met up with the great Johan Hegg from Amon Amarth at Bloodstock Open Air. It was a lot of fun to walk around the gallery of Paul Gregory's paintings with him and talk about fantasy, mythology, and heavy metal before Amon Amarth took to the main stage with their signature show. Shout out to whoever built the beer case Viking ship. That's good stuff. I hope you enjoy this short interview.
Yeah, I'm Johan Hegg, vocalist in Swedish metal group Amon Amarth.
Cool. So where does the band's name come from?
It's actually taken from Tolkien. There was our bass player Ted who he was reading all those books back in the day, and he found the name. He thought it sounded cool, and we kind of agreed. We had a different name first that we thought about going with, but turned out there was already another band with that, so it became Amon Amarth. Obviously, like the mythology of Norse mythology and Viking history is a big part of the band's lyrical concept, or has become, because that was not really the intention from the beginning. It just grew into that. But since most lyrics that we write are stories that we tell, a lot of them are, you could probably call a lot of the lyrics like fantasy lyrics, although they're dealing with actual historical figures and stuff like that. But it is connected in one way or another. Plus also, obviously, we all read the books of Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. So you do get a bit of inspiration from, when it comes to storytelling and stuff like that.
Cool. So it seems to be a pretty common theme with a lot of metal bands, the fantasy and mythology and this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think it's because most metal bands are geeks. No, just kidding. No, I think when it comes to metalheads, we like to have fun and portray ourselves as be these fucking wild asses. But I actually think that metalheads are kind of smart. They like to read up on stuff, and they can become a little bit geeky when they find something that intrigues them. And I think fantasy is something that can intrigue a lot of people. And I can see why you would find a lot of inspiration in fantasy novels and fantasy art, for that matter.
So, and your album covers all have strong, again, mythology and fantasy themes. Is it important for you guys as a band to have a connection between fantasy and what's on the covers and the music contained in the album?
Oh yeah. It's super. It's what we try to do. Even though I personally With Odin on a Side, the cover for that was one of the biggest failures for us when we couldn't connect the music and the lyrics in the right way we wanted to. We just couldn't get the artwork to pop out the way we wanted to, so we had to go with a little bit simpler stuff, but because it was kind of short on time. I still love the artwork, but I think we all do want to have the kind of old school Iron Maiden style artwork where something is actually happening, and which is kind of important because as you say, the music, the style of the music is very powerful, and we want to connect to that when it comes to the artwork as well. We've mainly, on the last 3 albums, we've worked with Tom Thiel, a German artist who's done the actual cover, and then Thomas Everhart has done the layouts and also maybe added a few details to the covers and stuff like that. So those 2 guys have been working on the layouts for us. But so basically, we come up with the idea, we present it the best way we can, and he comes up with sketches and stuff, and we throw it back and forth.
What do you think of this artwork in here that you're looking at?
I think this is really amazing. I think it's absolutely fantastic the way it is, and just the depth in it, and the bright red sky and all that stuff. It's just, I'm not a art student or anything, but this is amazing. Yeah. I would like to have this at home if I could fit it.
Amon Amarth's album art really did get a lot more interesting and detailed after Odin on Our Side. And personally, I would love to see a reissue one day with the artwork that they really wanted, because that record goes pretty hard and it definitely deserves a cover to match. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button and let us know below what your favorite cover is by Amon Amarth.